TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up. All right, welcome everybody to this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. I'm Brandon Dowdy, and I'm here hosting tonight. Mr. Hugh couldn't be here, so he's got me filling in, sitting in the big chair. I hope everybody's staying dry out there. I know it's been kind of a soggy day and soggy few days, but I think we got some beautiful ones coming up. I want to go on and pan out tonight to our guests. I've got with me tonight, I've got Dayton Blair and Hunter Carmichael, and we're going to be talking fishing tonight, several different things, and we're going to touch on the max size bass tournament that's coming up that Hunter has been putting on for a few years now, and we're going to be talking about that, just a little bit about the water right now. What's going on with the water right now?
Man, you know, all of this rain's got the water up in the bushes at Kentucky Lake. It's up at Priest a little bit. They'll probably have Priest drawn back out of the bushes, but Kentucky Lake will be about right. Everybody's down there snatching the lips off of them. Catfish are biting. Crappie were biting good. Till the water gets back stabilized, it's going to be a little different. Yeah. But everything's going on. I mean, once this water gets away, it'll be right again. It is. I mean, the temperatures. You know about what's the water temperature running right now in Priest?
Well, Priest it got up in the low 60s, and I saw up to 64 last weekend doing the BFL, and then I got a text from a buddy of mine today that said it was back down in the 50s. So it's just driving them fish crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just this time of year. It's that time where you get fronts coming in, and then cold front go out, and then a little bit of summer, a little bit of warm breeze, but the shad are spawning over at Priest and stuff. So it's coming along. It won't be long. It'll be back to normal.
Yeah, it will. I mean, you know, like you say, you talk to one person and they caught them shallow all day, and you talk to the next guy and he caught them 15 foot deep.
That's right.
You're right.
That's right.
So, and everything from spinner baits to
Carolina rig, to crankbait, football heads.
So, I mean, it's going on. It's just this.
They're coming up in waves, you know, just wave after wave.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, there's this max size bass tournament coming up. We'll be talking a little bit more about that later, but I guess just kind of tell folks kind of what it is. And
well, in 2015, my son Mac passed away, and it was the worst thing you could ever imagine going through. And fishing's always been where my heart is. I love to fish, and a bunch of my buddies got together, and they wanted to put on a tournament to help my family, and what helped me more was to get involved in the tournament and actually help put the tournament on. Yeah. And you know, it just gave me something to do. And that first year, we were able to donate specifically to the pastoral care department at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. That's who helps these families after the doctors can do no more. And we went through that. Our visit was short, and it was really tough, and when you know, you hear there's nothing that we can do, you want answers, and there's no real answer. But these are the folks in the pastoral care department, the chaplains. They're the ones that come out and say, here's what you got to do now, you know. And man, it's tough. So we specifically you know, raise money for that department, but over the last 2 years we've been able to donate almost $25,000.
That's awesome.
That's touched a lot of lives right there.
That makes a difference in a lot of people's lives that you don't have any idea or nobody knows. It's just a big difference.
I don't.
That's your lifeline. You know, that pastoral care, that is your lifeline.
It really is, and I don't wish what my wife and I and family had to go through on anybody, but if we can do anything to soften the blow, we're willing, and this is how we're doing that.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to anyway. So.
Well, that's great that you pull good out of something like that. I mean, you know, it's everything in this world is for a reason, and you're turning that into you know, helping a lot of folks.
And it's a great event, man. It's at Fate Sanders, so you can go into the dock and get food from Hoppy and them at the grill, or you got door prizes, you got cheeseburgers, you got door prizes, you got raffle tickets, you've got drawings, you got silent raffles.
The kid stuff, you know, I saw where you're going to have inflatables.
Inflatables, we do a bunch of inflatables. Tees bouncy houses, they sponsor it, and they bring all the inflatables out. We got a lot of sponsors, but you know, we put a big circus tent out there that's from Joe McConnell's tent company, and he sponsors it. And man, we just, you know, that way folks can get out of the weather. I mean, that first year, and I don't even know, last year we had more, but that first year we probably had 300 people at just the weigh-in. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was a good time. You know, and I mean, a good time, even though, you know, we had lost our son. It was tough. We've come a long way through that now, and it's still tough, but we're able to do more now, you know, and so anyway, that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. We want to actually tell them several times tonight. So when is the tournament? When's it going to be?
It is going to be on May 6th. It's a Sunday, and I've heard several people say, "Oh, I can't be there. I'm in church." Well, we're doing church. It's a ministry, so your pastor will forgive you.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it's Sunday, May 6th. We blast off at 7. We'll be taking sign-ups. You can sign up. Pre-sign up at briancarper.com. You know, Brian's local guide here. I work for him a lot, a good buddy of mine. And you can sign up at briancarper.com if you want an early boat number. Out there, we'll start sign-ups at 4:30 in the morning and blasting at 7.
Okay. All right, and that's team tournament.
Team tournament, two-man tournament, 5 fish. It's $130 a boat. $10 of that goes to big largemouth. We pay out big smallmouth, which is through donation. We pay out big spotted bass, which is through donation, and we pay out the heaviest legal 15-inch bass. So it can't be a 12-inch spot. It's got to be a 15-inch bass, no matter what it is.
Right.
And we pay out, you know, a prize for that as well. We want everybody to go home with something.
Sure, a lot. It's a big deal. Once you get over and see, it's a really big deal. It's not just your normal, average, everyday tournament to where you're out there winning money. It's for a good cause. Everybody benefits. Bring the family. I mean, it's well worth coming to.
Yeah, my wife is a hard-working woman, so she's kind of gotten behind this and all the kids stuff and all that. After that first year, she said, you know, we need to make this about the family. So she got involved that second year, and her sister, she's got 3 sisters. There's 4 girls, and man, they all have jumped in there and made this happen and brought all their friends in. And man, I bet we probably will end up with 50 people on staff out there that day, you know, just for volunteers. It's pretty awesome. So.
Well, we're going to jump over here. It's time to do this week's Weekly Wild Game Forecast, sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. They want us to remind everybody they have got the Gallatin Square Fest Classic Car Show coming up this weekend, and they're going to be down there doing that, having a big time like they always do. They've always got something going on, so we want to
there ain't nothing like Wilson Bank and Trust.
They're not. I mean, you want to go talk to somebody in a hometown bank, somebody you can look in the eye.
That's it right there.
That's the place to go. I tell you, Dayton, with the turkeys this week, man, they've been pretty hot.
That's what you're telling me. I mean, even though the rain and stuff's been down and kind of messed up, I know it don't matter.
I guided a couple guys Saturday, took them out, and we were on birds all day long. I mean, they were hot, they were gobbling. Even late up into the morning, you know, they were gobbling. Those hens started going to nest, and them old birds got to looking around. So, I mean, folks, right now it is hot. If you want to get after those turkeys, it's time to do it.
And I bet it will be hot with that sun coming out Saturday and Sunday and them clear skies. They'll be thumping everywhere.
It will. What are them fish doing right now?
Well, I mean, you know, we've had the rain. And the water's up at Priest, which they draw it more than they would Kentucky Lake, but Kentucky Lake will be on fire this week. Flipping the bushes, it don't matter, jigs, spinner baits, whatever you can get out there. Just stay away from Steve Moyle's holes. He might have a fit if you see him down there. But man, Priest is on fire, Old Hickory's on fire, Center Hill's on fire, everything's biting everywhere. It's just a matter of getting up off the couch and getting out there and doing it.
Get out there this weekend and get after a turkey or a fish or something. Right? It's pretty good. It ought to be a good weekend for whatever you want to get after.
And make sure you drag the kids with you.
Yeah, that's right. I always bring the kids with you. We want to remind everybody, come over and like us on Facebook. Follow us there. Doing lots of new things on Facebook now. We've been running some live footage on there and getting lots of feedback from you guys, pictures and stories and all that kind of stuff. So we wanted to tell everybody thank you for all of our new followers, and just remind everyone to come over there and like us. We're also on Instagram, so you can check us out there. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.